Dear guests, please rise and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem sung by Robin Kane and Phil Cadillo, accompanied on the trumpet by Stephen Wagner.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is Dr. Christian Wright, and I am the Vice President for Academic and Student Programs at Northwestern Health Sciences University. On behalf of the graduating classes and all of us at Northwestern, I extend our warmest welcome to all the families, friends, and guests who are joining us for this winter 2022 commencement ceremony. We are delighted that you have chosen to join us today in celebration of our graduates' success. It means so much to our graduates and to those of us who have been honored to support them up to this point. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Deborah Bushway, President and Chief Executive Officer of Northwestern Health Sciences University.
Well, good morning. It's still morning, right? It is. Thank you all for coming. We're absolutely thrilled that you chose to be with us today to celebrate. So I'd like to begin today's ceremony by introducing some of the folks up here on what we call the platform. And behind me are some Board of Trustee members, administration, and faculty. So I'm going to read off their names. They're going to raise their hands, I think. We'll see how it goes, right? So Dr. Christian Wright, who we just met, Vice President of Academic and Student Programs. Dr. Ghazala Usman, today's keynote speaker. Dr. Christopher Joe, Chair of our Board of Trustees. Dr. Molly Mignani, just Board of Trustees, just regular board, sorry, Mom. Nikki Vanacek, also Board of Trustees. Dr. Jake Dahlbeck, President of the Minnesota Chiropractic Association. Dr. Katie Burns-Ryan, Dean, the College of Chiropractic, who will also lead the chiropractic oath. Dr. Jessica Fryer, Dean of our College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine, who will also lead the Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine oath. Spring Saldana, our Massage Therapy Program Chair, who will lead the Massage Therapy oath. Dr. Cheryl Koda, Dr. Joseph Muldoon. Now, in addition to that, there are some President's Cabinet members in attendance that I want to mention. Dr. Greta Jeffrey, who's President of the Faculty Senate. Mike Tennyson, who's Vice President of our Clinic and Retail Administration. Dr. Shayan Shibani, who is the Director of Clinical Services. Dr. Chuck Sawyer, Special Assistant to the President, poor him, and Dr. Mary Tuchscher, faculty member and our name reader today. And of course, our distinguished faculty have joined us on the platform as well. Please join me in recognizing all of them. Okay, I forgot, Christian introduced me, so you figured out I'm Deb Bushway, President and Chief Executive Officer here at Northwestern Health Sciences University, and welcome to Commencement. So students, usually sometimes I get a chance to practice this, but I missed practice, so are you excited? Okay, we're gonna give you another chance because we didn't get to practice. Are you excited? All right, let's see how this goes. Faculty and platform guests, are you excited? I don't know, they seem like they might have outdone you. Now let's give family and friends. Are you excited? Hard to beat that, right? Hard to beat that. It's okay. We can all be excited together because today we are here to celebrate the amazing achievements of today's graduates of Northwestern Health Sciences University. So I am delighted to welcome all of you. Some of you are able to join us in person and others maybe watching the streaming online. And we know that all of you are here cheering on your special people. Now students, you didn't choose to complete your education during a pandemic, right? But as Epictetus once said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And you have each chosen your reactions well, right? You persevered and completed your goal in the face of many challenges that no one could have even imagined. You hung in with us through Moodle, Teams, Panopto, Zoom. I'm not even going to talk about masks. And you are graduating during the COVID-19 pandemic. I think it's winding to an endemic, but here we are in person, right? That's a yay, right? Yes, thank you. I'm with you. And so not so long ago, we were gathered in a different setting, probably remotely for many of your orientations, right? And at that point, we were launching your educational experience, and I know that I promised that the university would partner with you to get you to your goals. If you did your part, we'd come alongside you and join and support you, and here you are. So I know that that path during the pandemic has not always been smooth, and I'm confident that we at the university might have disappointed you a time or two. But together, we all hung in, found our way forward, and I have two things to say to you today. Congratulations and thank you. Congratulations, because you are reaching a key milestone in your life. Now, my guess is that this day, this moment, might have been one of those images that kept you going in those late nights or early mornings when you were studying and maybe just thought it wasn't worth it anymore, right? So while today is indeed a serious moment, it need not be a somber moment. In fact, we want it to be a celebration. So graduates, breathe it in, soak up the love and the celebration, and enjoy the well-deserved moment. I do want to take a moment to recognize that some of the graduates are wearing ropes of varying colors around their necks. You may have seen them as they came in. Now, some of those are for academic honors, and you'll get to learn more about that in just a minute or two. But others are red and blue, and those indicate either veterans or active duty military members who are graduates today. So what I'd like to ask is that any of those graduates with red or blue ropes around their neck and any other active duty military or veterans in the audience, please rise and allow us to thank you for your service. And you know, no matter what sort of regalia you're wearing today, I know that I represent others on the stage in congratulating you. I'm confident that each of you has a compelling story about your journey to this achievement. Now, I also believe that we live in community, and as such, our individual accomplishments or achievements are due to a network of support. And I believe that this, or admit maybe, that this network might not always feel supportive in the moment, but it enables us to get to where we're trying to go. And one component of this network is sitting up here on stage with me. You can see representatives of the faculty and staff that got you to this point. Those folks who supported, challenged, and maybe frustrated you a time or two along the way. But as you strove to get to this day, they were with you. So please join me in thanking them. Now, another vital component of that network is still surrounding you, either in this room or remotely. Those family and friends who came to celebrate with you today, or people who may not have been able to physically be here, but are with you in your spirits. So it may be class colleagues or people from another class that supported you, but as I said earlier, none of us get to this place completely on our own. Those people with you today are absolutely delighted. We heard it earlier, how delighted they are with the fact that you've made this success, that you're where you are. And they have likely been with you as you decided on this path, as you got frustrated with yourself, as you got frustrated with your courses, with your faculty, with other circumstances, and they most likely, at times, have held the vision and the hope for you at moments when you despaired. So what I'd like to ask you to do now, stand up, find any of those folks that are in the room with you, wave to them, and join me in thanking them. Stand up, find them. They were waving madly at you as you entered. They'll get to see you later as well, I know. I also said I wanted to thank you. So thanking you. I thank you on behalf of our communities for choosing a career to further healthcare, for choosing during a pandemic to be a vital part of the solution so badly needed in our nation. As you know, Northwestern Health Sciences University's mission is to educate the next generation of healthcare providers, and as we all recognize, the healthcare system in our country is under duress. I firmly believe that this system cannot be righted without the contributions of each of you and our professions. We are not the entire solution, perhaps, but we are critical to that solution. Certainly, this pandemic has helped teach us how essential each of our professions is to the health of our community. So I want to thank you, each of you, for choosing to be a part of that future solution. And I have absolute trust that if our faculty has deemed you ready to graduate from NWHSU, then each of you will lead healthcare systems in the need to be truly patient-centered, genuinely integrative, and deeply responsive to the needs of each of our citizens. We're so grateful that you have chosen to join the ranks of those heroes who've been serving in these healthcare roles, and I ask everyone to join me in thanking you for making those choices. And now I'll invite Dr. Wright back to the podium to introduce our first student speaker. Thank you.
Prior to each commencement ceremony, the students from each college's graduating class select a student to give an address on their behalf. We will now hear from each of those students selected. Dr. Dale Healy, Dean for the College of Health and Wellness, was not able to be here today, so I am honored to present on his behalf. The College of Health and Wellness graduating class has selected their classmate, Oscar Cruz Martinez, to present a message on their behalf. Oscar Cruz Martinez, Radiation Therapy RTT-ARRT, is proud to say that he has just completed his college education with Northwestern Health Sciences University and passed his board exams, as demonstrated by those credentials. Congratulations. Before he began his journey with NWHSU, he was working towards earning a degree in architectural design. But a few semesters into the program realized he couldn't sit behind a desk all day drawing blueprints. A change was necessary, so he began looking into other programs. He came across radiation therapy, and the more he read into it, the more he knew this would be the field for him. During Oscar's time at NWHSU, he made so many great friends and was a part of the Radiation Therapy Club, as well as a diversity scholar. Oscar also particularly enjoyed being part of the Discovery Day events and meeting new prospective students. While the future is unpredictable, he looks forward to continuing to improve his skills as a therapist and to be the best patient advocate that he can be. It is my privilege to present Oscar Cruz Martinez.
Good morning, everyone. You have to excuse me, I have stage fright, but here I go. My name is Oscar, and I have been given the honor of presenting this speech to you today. I want to begin with thanking everyone that is present here today and anyone who has shared a role in supporting the class of 2022 and this tremendous accomplishment. Thank you. I specifically want to thank my parents for raising me to be the person you see before your eyes, and I also want to send out a huge thank you to Jessica Donahue, who has been the best instructor in my college career. She is the backbone and the heart of the radiation therapy program here at Northwestern, and I can confidently say that for all the radiation therapy cohorts that we are very lucky to have her. So, thank you. I would also like to extend my most sincerest thank you to the faculty of Northwestern and a group of dedicated individuals who created a miracle for my classmates and for previous graduates. A miracle that allowed us to finish and continue our degrees when our previous institute, Argosy University, shut down without any warning. Not only were we allowed to continue where we had left off, but we were welcomed with open arms, and for this, I will be forever grateful. To my fellow alumni, congratulations. You have worked hard to make it here. Your dedication, perseverance, and self-discipline will not go unnoticed. There's a saying, and I'm not quite sure who said it, but I'd like to share it with you all. And I quote, "Self-disciplines will get you further than motivation ever could." This saying has brought revelation to my life. The nights where I didn't want to study or I just was not in the mood to study showed what my motivation was really like. But I kept going. I disciplined myself to make time for my studies. Had I not made any time for my studies, I don't think I could be standing before you delivering this speech today. When I first began writing the speech, I realized halfway that I was being inconsiderate. I was writing about my past, my hardships, and my success. But then it came to me, it's not just about me. It is about all the graduates who have persevered and sacrificed to get to this point. While I may not know you all personally, I understand that we have all had our fair share of difficulties to make it to this point. And I just want to say that I admire those single parents who put themselves through college with no help. I admire those first-generation college graduates who have set the example for their younger relatives. I admire those who have worked long shifts or multiple jobs to put themselves through college because they don't have the privilege and access to grants and loans like others do due to their socioeconomic class. Your road to success has not been easy. Success is only the tip of the iceberg, and others may not know of your failures, your sacrifices, your rejections, the criticisms and doubts you have had. But I want you to know that I and everyone else in this room here today congratulate you on making it. You worked hard, you sacrificed your weekends and possibly even relationships. You put in your time. Now go out into the world and show them who you are and what makes you great, because I believe you are all great, and so do your peers and everyone in this audience here today. So now rejoice, class of 2022. This is our moment. We did it, and congratulations.
Thank you, Oscar. The College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine graduating class has selected their classmate, Linda Machapau, to present a message on their behalf. Linda earned her master's degree in acupuncture at Northwestern Health Sciences University and is completing her doctoral training in Chinese medicine. Prior to her graduate training in traditional Chinese medicine, Linda earned a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising and built a successful career within New York City's fashion industry. As a newly minted practitioner of TCM, Linda will start a practice that promotes health and well-being in her community with an eye towards health equity. Her overarching goal is to ensure that all members of her community have opportunities to optimize their health by leveraging traditional Chinese medicine. It is my privilege to present Linda Machapau.
Good morning. It is such an honor to stand on behalf of my fellow classmates. As I reflect on the past 4 years, I am enormously grateful for the challenging and the rewarding journey that has led all of us here today. As students of acupuncture and Chinese medicine, we have accomplished many milestones. I vividly remember the nervousness and the excitement when we needled one another for the first time and when we treated our very first patient. Reflecting on these moments indicate the enormous strides that we all have made towards becoming confident, knowledgeable, and innovative practitioners. As we collectively take the next step forward, I want to emphasize and elevate an important philosophy that was instilled in us by Dr. Mei Wang. When we felt stretched and at times overwhelmed by the demands of our rigorous training, Dr. Wang would routinely remind us to be a turtle. And by this, Dr. Wang was not instructing us to be deliberately inefficient. Rather, she was emphasizing that instead of pushing and rushing through the fatigue and the burnout, we are more efficient, more effective as practitioners when we focus and prioritize self-care and purpose in our work. As we begin our journey as practitioners, I hope that we follow Dr. Wang's simple yet profound philosophy, and that we can aspire to become practitioners grounded in well-being for others and ourselves. In closing, I want to express my sincerest gratitude to our families, our friends, and to the staff and faculty at Northwestern Health Sciences. Your support, your kindness, and your encouragement has allowed all of us to go the extra mile every day. And to the class of 2022, congratulations.
The graduating College of Chiropractic class has selected their classmate, Emily Meidinger, to present a message on their behalf. Emily is from Wausau, Wisconsin. She's been an active person her entire life, from running cross country and track, playing hockey and soccer, and now coaching and competing in CrossFit. I don't know about you, but I'm tired just saying all that. That's amazing. These hobbies have helped to eternalize two incredibly important keystones for her life: health and fitness. Emily has immersed herself in the chiropractic profession, attending multiple seminars, gaining additional experience, and obtaining certifications so that she can provide patients with well-rounded and well-informed journey to living a happy, healthy, and more fulfilled life. She's very excited to send off her classmates with a message that she hopes to be inspiring for years to come. It is my privilege to present Emily Meidinger.
Hi. I want to brag for a moment about the people sitting here and all the feats we've accomplished over the past 4 years. We're all here because of each other. Truly, no one understands, and no one outside of us will ever understand the depth of the valleys we've had to cross to get here. Thousands of hours have been spent to get to this day, the day that at one point we thought was so far away, but in the blink of an eye, here it is. Now, as some of you know, I was planning to give you all rice cakes, but we couldn't get them through security, so just bear with me here. A rice cake, a perfect circle. Its gyri similar to a brain, not as heavy, but certainly just as fragile. A symbol of you as a doctor. Imagine it in your hands. I want you to reflect on the time and dedication that was spent molding you to this day, molding your technique, your confidence, and your certainty in what you set out to do with those 2 letters beside your name. This rice cake represents your brain, the knowledge and beliefs you hold. Your existence in this world will forever hold a greater importance and responsibility now that you are a doctor of the chiropractic profession. I want you to imagine breaking a piece off. Look at your neighbor's hand. No 2 are the same, just as not one of your words will be the same as the person next to you. Once that piece is broken off, those words are spoken, those actions are taken, you can't take them back. You can't take your influence back. You have a responsibility now and forever to change the world, to change this broken sick care system and guide the restoration of health and wellness in those you come in contact with. To stand up for what you believe in, because if you don't say or do, who will? We all have and will go through seasons of life. Some of those seasons we won't wish on our worst enemy, but it will be or has been a necessary season. Just as the grind of Chiro School knocked us down, we got back up and are here today, a necessary season. What is your purpose for this season and future seasons? Why did you put in the time to mold that little rice cake of yours? What will keep you powering through the uphill battles that are surely going to come your way? What is your why? What is your philosophy? Is it one of excellence? A philosophy that incorporates humility? A person with a good philosophy does not think they're more entitled than anyone else. They do not feel bigger, better, or more important than anyone else. If they are entitled to any special consideration, it is because of the things they've done, not simply who they are. Are you the doctor? Just because you now have these letters next to your name doesn't mean you're done. I challenge you to be the doctor, the teacher, the one who seeks understanding and further knowledge, the one who establishes an environment to eliminate people's fears and their traumas, toxins, and thoughts. Someone who does not judge innate intelligence lightly and guides belief that healing comes from above down and inside out. Just as Dr. Farrar told us after our last anatomy class, please don't ever think that you know it all, because you never will. Doctors, keep striving to be better, because I will hold you to it, and I'll push you to be better. And remember that chiropractic always works, and when it does not seem to, examine your application, but do not question the principle. I am so proud of you all, and you should be proud of you too. Thank you.
Well, thank you all. You can see why we're so proud of our amazing students. So to present your commencement address, we're honored to have with us today Dr. Ghazala Usman. And I'd like to introduce her to you a little bit. Dr. Usman has dedicated her life to healing and restoring balance to people's lives, not only through her formal Western education as a doctor of chiropractic, but also intuitively drawing on her Eastern upbringing and experiences. Dr. Usman obtained her bachelor's degree in biology from Northeastern Illinois University in 1997, and her doctor of chiropractic, along with a certificate in acupuncture from Northwestern Health Sciences University in 2001. She has continued to gain knowledge and advancement in integrative health and wellness disciplines by completing additional certifications and training in kinesiology taping, instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization, nutrition, cupping, healing touch, and Ayurveda. Dr. Usman has a strong interest in mentoring through her past roles as an adjunct faculty here and as preceptor for chiropractic interns. Now, she has pursued her passion for service in her 20-plus years of patient care, and she currently works with the Integrative Health Department at the Hennepin Healthcare System, and, pardon me, with underserved populations in her roles at Open Cities Health Center, which is a federally qualified health center. She's currently actively involved in efforts promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion within both of these healthcare systems. So, distinguished guests and graduates, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ghazala Usman.
First, I would like to thank Northwestern Health Sciences University's esteemed faculty and leadership, especially Dean of Students, Mr. Anthony Meidinger, Dean of the College of Health and Wellness, Dr. Dale Healy, and Dean of the Chiropractic College, Dr. Katie Burns-Ryan, for inviting me to speak at this auspicious ceremony. It is truly an honor and privilege to be recognized by my alma mater in this way. Welcome to all of you in attendance today, including parents, grandparents, friends and family, and most of all, our graduating class. I would like to begin by thanking each one of you for choosing your respective professions. This graduating class consists of chiropractors, acupuncturists, medical lab technicians, medical assistants, radiology technicians, and massage therapists. As I think back to my own commencement ceremony over 21 years ago, I recall that my graduating class was comprised only of doctors of chiropractic. I am reminded of how far, in fact, we have come down the path of integration. All of you have and will give selflessly in efforts of improving the health and wellness of those seeking your care, as I have strived to do through the course of my life and professional career. Each one of you has their own unique story as to what led you down this path. I have my own. I am a daughter of immigrant parents who traveled to the United States from the Indian subcontinent in search of the great American dream. They brought along with them deep-rooted culture, traditions, and beliefs that influenced much of my upbringing and became part of the fabric of who I am today. For example, our daily dinners always consisted of herbs and spices like cumin, ginger, garlic, and of course, how can we forget turmeric, our golden gift to the world. This was way before chana masala and chicken tikka became popular. By the way, chicken tikka was a 2021 winner of Hennepin Healthcare's Nutrition Services Challenge. Yay for integration. During my childhood, I often felt like a misfit. However, as I matured and developed, I began to understand and recognize the inherent intelligence in many of these practices that have existed for thousands of years in traditional societies. In fact, many of them, such as meditation, prayer, intermittent fasting, and deep breathing exercises, have been validated by modern-day scientific research studies in recent years. With this, it became clear to me that integrative holistic patient care was the path that had chosen me. I knew I had found my true purpose because I could not do it. In other words, I felt compelled to continue down this path. Graduates, I would like to speak directly to you for a minute. As you sit here today in celebration of one of the biggest accomplishments of your life, you likely feel overwhelmed by a mix of emotions. You're excited and nervous all at the same time. The thought of graduating at a time like this, amidst a global pandemic, in the aftermath of civil unrest, and the true realization of social injustice, inequalities, and atrocities perpetrated against people of color, the LGBTQ community, and those of different religious beliefs, may be overwhelming due to the unprecedented challenges, obstacles, and uncertainty of opportunities. I, however, feel this may be the greatest time to be graduating with your particular skills, talents, and knowledge. We as a society have been left broken, bruised, and exhausted from the last 2 years. We are all in desperate need of healing. Through your training as medical lab technicians, medical assistants, radiology technicians, chiropractors, acupuncturists, and massage therapists, you have become highly skilled in one of the most powerful healing tools, the universal language of touch. It's human nature to seek comfort in the form of touch. For example, when you're watching a scary movie, you may grab your neighbor for comfort. When you're sick, you find relief in your fuzzy socks and your weighted blankets and your cozy sweaters. My husband and I personally experienced the profound power of touch when my younger son was born 2 months premature. We were able to bring him home from the NICU much sooner than anticipated because he was thriving due to the regular sessions of koala care, a practice where each parent maintains skin-to-skin contact with the baby. At a time when we as a society are forced to deviate from human nature, when we are deprived of physical touch due to social distancing and virtual platforms, including for work, meetings, holidays, family gatherings, and even visiting with close friends, this graduating class has the privilege, opportunity, and responsibility to heal with purpose. As I mentioned, these are unprecedented times. An interesting phenomena is occurring at the present time. Not only has the inequity and inequality in the healthcare systems been exposed, but in the spirit of health equity, a parallel progression is also occurring. The evolution of integrative health has reached new heights. What started as alternative medicine, WebMD defines this as medical treatments that are used instead of traditional mainstream therapies, then slowly shifted to complementary and alternative medicine. Oxford Dictionary defines this as any range of medical therapies that fall beyond the scope of scientific medicine, but may be used alongside in the treatment of disease and ill health. Thanks to the persistence and groundbreaking efforts of our predecessors, we are now in the age of integrative medicine. The practice of medicine that reaffirms the importance of the relationship between the practitioner and patient, focuses on the whole person, is informed by evidence, and makes use of all appropriate therapeutic approaches, healthcare professionals, and disciplines to achieve optimal health and healing. I stand here today as a true testament to how far we have come. I have the privilege to serve my patients as a member of the integrative health team within the Department of Medicine at Hennepin Healthcare, a Level 1 adult and pediatric trauma care center with the largest emergency department in Minnesota. In fact, the very same emergency team that attended to George Floyd. During the civil unrest that triggered the murder of Mr. Floyd, we as essential healthcare workers continued to show up to a hospital with boarded up windows, with the perimeter barricaded and secured by the National Guard and the Minneapolis Police Department. Let's not forget that all of this was going on while we as healthcare workers were and still are under the enormous burden of battling COVID-19. We were already stretched thin as several members of our integrative health team were deployed to other areas of the hospital, alongside with other advanced practicing providers. Stepping into roles outside of our general job duties, including roving PPE buddies in various inpatient care units, working with the state of Minnesota on COVID tracing, and filling clinical screener responsibilities at the limited hospital access points, just to name a few. This reminds me of a well-known statement by one of our very own, the late respected Dr. DeRusha. He is famously known to have said that chiropractic takes a backseat to no one. I have been fortunate to not only witness this, but to live and uphold this responsibility in real time. Our integrative health team at Hennepin Healthcare, comprised of chiropractors, acupuncturists, and integrative physical therapists, took a backseat to no one. We were literally on the front lines with other advanced practicing providers, stepping up and supporting our healthcare system in any way necessary. Surprisingly, all of these barriers were not enough to deter our patients from seeking our care. They continued to show up and comply with their treatment plans, truly indicative of how valuable and critical our holistic healthcare is for our patients and to maintain the quality and function in their lives. I now have a newfound respect, meaning, and purpose for my role and responsibilities to patient care. As all commencement addresses go, I wanted to leave you with some words of advice and motivation. Looking back at your journey, graduates, you have each found your calling, endured the rigorous training required for practice, and now it is time to establish your purpose. My kids will tell you I often seek motivation from song lyrics and poetry in my personal life. I thought I would close with a poem from 1916 that is still relevant today by the renowned American poet Robert Frost. The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for the passing there, had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling you this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. With this, I would like to congratulate you all and welcome you as friends, colleagues, and ambassadors to the new era of integrative health. Go out there and live your purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Usman, and what wise words to send us all on our way, and thank you for the amazing service you've done during the pandemic as well. In honor of your words today, we want to present you with this plaque. Thank you so much. And now I'd like to introduce back to the stage Dr. Katie Burns-Ryan to talk a bit about academic honors.
It is a custom for universities to honor the academic excellence of their graduates by identifying them as having achieved the status of cum laude, which in Latin means with honors. At Northwestern, we recognize 3 levels of academic excellence. Cum laude, graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.5. Magna cum laude, graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.7. And summa cum laude, for graduates with a cumulative grade point average equal to or exceeding 3.9 on a 4-point scale. We also recognize our class valedictorians who have achieved the highest GPA in the graduating class. As the Dean of the College of Chiropractic, it's my pleasure to announce the academic honors for the graduates of my college. Will the following graduates receiving cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Zachary Betcher, Patrick Bottenfield, Cree Foster, Brenna Jacobson. Yeah, it's okay to clap, but this is fabulous. Ashley Krecklaw. There you go. Paul Kunkel. Lindsay Popkus. Bradley Kyle Rahakanen. Riley Schmitz. Brennan Tomporowski. Caitlin I. Westerberg. Please join me in congratulating our cum laude graduates. You can be seated. Will the following graduates receiving magna cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? John Farinella Jr. Evan William James Gainey. Kane Griffith. Emily Rose Quast. Christopher Varner. Adam Wagner. Mark Daniel Whiteley. Please join me in congratulating our magna cum laude graduates. You can be seated. And will the following graduates receiving summa cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read. Anthony Benda. McKenna Capel. Nicholas Carlson. Carter McEachern. Please join me in congratulating our summa cum laude graduates. You may be seated. And will the following class valedictorian please rise to be recognized? Nicholas Carlson. Join me in congratulating our valedictorian. I would like to welcome Dr. Christian Wright to the podium to present the academic honors for the College of Health and Wellness.
Pardon me while I find my place. It is my pleasure to announce the academic honors for the graduates of the College of Health and Wellness. Will the following graduates receiving cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Lizzie Erickson, Alyssa Johnson, Melanie Musselman, Erica Slather, and Carly Zegerlicki. Please join me in congratulating our cum laude graduates. You may be seated. Will the following graduates receiving magna cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Mackenzie Dodd, Laura Morales, Dylan Burns, Amy Chang, Oscar Cruz Martinez, Austin Adam Fleming, Abby Nygaard, Elizabeth Rose Hoffer, Bradley Kyle Rahakanen. Please join me in congratulating our magna cum laude graduates. Will the following graduates receiving summa cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Lynn Heimdahl, Jonathan Hill, Aylin Kidd. Please join me in congratulating our summa cum laude graduates. You may be seated. And will the following class valedictorians please rise while I read your name and remain standing until all names have been read? Michaela Abrego, Lynn Heimdahl, Laura Morales, Oscar Cruz Martinez, Mustafa Youssef, Elizabeth Rose Hoffer, and Aylin Kidd. Please join me in congratulating our valedictorians. You may be seated. I would like to now welcome Dr. Jessica Fryer to the podium to present the academic honors for the College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine.
As the Dean of the College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine, it is my pleasure to announce the academic honors for the graduates of the college. Will the following graduate receiving cum laude honors please rise while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Kelly Potter. Please join me in congratulating our cum laude graduate. You may be seated. Will the following graduates receiving magna cum laude honors please ride while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Kelsey Baxter, Heather Johnson. Please join me in congratulating our magna cum laude graduates. My Latin's a little rusty, apparently. Will the following graduates receiving summa cum laude honors please ride while I read your name and remain standing in place until all names have been read? Christina Lee, Linda Machapau. Please join me in congratulating our summa cum laude graduates. You may be seated. And will the following class valedictorians please rise while I read your names and remain standing until all names have been read? Heather Johnson, Linda Machapau. Please join me in congratulating our valedictorians. Will the audience please join me one more time in congratulating all of our honor students today? I would now like to welcome Dr. Mary Tucksher to the podium to present the academic certificates and degrees.
President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidate for the Associate of Applied Science in Medical Assisting and Diploma in Medical Assisting. I ask our graduate to come forward as I call your name. Michaela Abrigo. President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Associate of Applied Science in Radiologic Technology. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name. Mackenzie Dodd. Lizzie Erickson. Lynn Heimdahl. And Alyssa Johnson. Will the audience please join me in congratulating our graduates? President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Associate of Science in Medical Laboratory Technology. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name. Zamzam Jama. Annika Millet. Will the audience please join me in congratulating our graduates? President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Associate of Science in Radiation Therapy. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name. Dylan Burns. Amy Chang. Sarah Collins. Oscar Cruz Martinez. Austin Adam Fleming. Nicholas Ginter. Kiana Lee. Melanie Musselman. Abby Nygaard. Erica Slather. Will the audience please join me in congratulating our graduates? President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Medical Laboratory Science. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name. Fardosa Bari. Nasro Muhammad. Fartun Schwab. Will the audience please join me in congratulating our graduates? Man, it's that kind of joy you just want to have, right? Absolutely. President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your names. Elizabeth Rose Hoffer. Jordan Williams. President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Wellness, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the Relaxation Massage Certificates and the Associate of Applied Science in Massage Therapy. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your names. Teresa Sampson. Jonathan Hill. Aylin Katrina Rhodes Kidd. I now invite Spring Saldana, Massage Therapy Program Chair, to the podium, who will lead our graduates in reciting the Oath of Practice for Massage.
I'm going to wait just a moment for all the graduates to get back to their seats. I have to say, it has been such an honor watching you grow, both professionally and personally. And it's been an honor to have you in classes. I'm very proud of you. So I'm glad you're staying standing. I also want to welcome massage therapy practitioners in the audience or behind me. If you would like to stand and reaffirm your oath, please join us. All right, everybody raising their right hand, please repeat after me. As a graduate of Northwestern Health Sciences University, I accept the responsibility to do no harm to the physical, mental, or emotional well-being of self, client, and professional peers. I promise to provide the highest quality of massage to those who seek my professional services. I will respect the confidential nature of the client-therapist relationship. And I will conduct all business and professional activities within my scope of practice and the laws of the land. Congratulations.
President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for Master of Acupuncture. I ask our graduate to come forward as I call your name. Kelly Potter. President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Chinese Medicine. I ask our graduates to come forward as I call your name, and Dr. Cheryl Koda, Assistant Professor and Chair of Clinical Education, will assist with the hooding of the graduates. Please come forward. Dr. Rachel Freund. Dr. Christina Sungkong Lee. Dr. Linda Machapau. I now invite Dr. Jessica Fryer, Dean of the College of Acupuncture and Chinese Medicine, to the podium, who will lead our graduates in reciting the oath of practice.
We will begin the oath in just a moment once all students have made their way back to the seat. It's like a half a mile, I think, when you do the whole route. Graduates, please rise. I also welcome any acupuncture and Chinese medicine practitioners in the audience or behind me who would like to stand and reaffirm their oath as well. So please raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I pledge to follow the way of the great healer. I will honor life and learn from it. I will place my patients' safety and well-being above all else. And I will be faithful to the trust they have placed in me. I will treat my patients with dignity and preserve their privacy. I will give gladly of my skills and receive thanks humbly. For I am a servant, not a master, and an everlasting student. Today is another beginning, another small step. As I dedicate myself to life, to health, and to healing. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated.
President Bushway, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Chiropractic, it is my pleasure and distinct honor to present the candidates for the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. I'll ask our new graduates to come forward as I call your names. Dr. Joseph Muldoon, a member of our faculty, will assist with the hooding of the graduates. Graduates, please come forward. Dr. Faiza Ejimin. Dr. Alex Babcock. Dr. Anthony Benda. Dr. Zachary Betcher. Dr. Patrick Bottenfeld. Dr. Daniel Braskett, who is also receiving the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology degree. Dr. Jay Bulfer, also receiving the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology degree. Dr. Betsy Burgos Diaz. Dr. Jacqueline Callahan, also receiving a Bachelor of Science in Human Biology degree. Dr. McKenna Capel. Dr. Nicholas Carlson. Dr. Alexandra Nicole Coleman. Dr. Catherine Grace Connor. Dr. Benjamin Joseph Degenhard. Dr. John Farinella Jr. He will be hooded by Dr. Frank McCaffrey. Dr. Cree Foster. Dr. Evan William James Gainey. Dr. Rachel Goddard. Dr. Kirsten Ann Golden. Dr. Kane Griffith. Dr. Scott Goebbels. Dr. Ian Hart. Dr. Sarah Hiesacker. Dr. James Hao Viet Huang. Dr. Byron Ian Hoffman. Dr. Brenna Jacobson. Dr. Devin Jeffries, who will be hooded by Dr. Jake Dahlbeck. Dr. Aaron Johnson. Dr. Ashley Krecklaw. Dr. Paul Kunkel. Dr. Christopher Liu. Dr. Thompson Toshihiko Miyasaka. Dr. Josiah J. Mangas, there he is. I get the easy ones wrong. Dr. Catherine Nicole Matlack. Dr. Haley Danielle McCaffrey, who will be hooded by her dad, Dr. Frank McCaffrey. Dr. Carter McEachern. Dr. Rachel Miller, who will be hooded by her brother, Dr. Liam Miller. Dr. Emily Meidinger. Dr. Stacy Nicole Neal, who will be hooded by Dr. Kathy Bloom. Dr. Michelle Neibauer. Dr. Lindsay Popkis. Dr. Emily Rose Quast. Dr. Bradley Kyle Rahakinen. Also receiving the Bachelor of Science in Human Biology. Dr. Benjamin Sari-Bovre. Dr. Zachary Shady. Dr. Riley Schmitz. Dr. Courtney Nicole Schneider. Dr. Haley Studler. Dr. Ian Swanson. Dr. Mohammed Samir Taha. Dr. Alec Thune. Dr. Brennan Tomporowski. Dr. Christopher Varner. Dr. Austin Voigt. Dr. Adam Wagner. Dr. Megan Weber. Dr. Mark Daniel Whiteley. Dr. Rodney T. Huojian. Dr. Thomas Shong. I now invite Dr. Katie Burns-Ryan, the Dean of the College of Chiropractic, to the podium, who will lead our graduates in reciting the oath of practice for chiropractic.
And we'll begin the oath momentarily once our final graduates make it to their seats. And while I'm waiting, I will just say how very proud I am of each and every one of you. I'm looking out at the crowd of people, some of which were my T6 interns. You looked like deer in headlights back then. Brad, I'm looking at you. How far you've come, how much you've done, and what you will do in the future. It inspires me. So, all right, sorry. All right, my graduates, please stand up. I also welcome the doctors of chiropractic in the audience to stand and reaffirm your oath. I'm going to have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, state your name, let's start it over. I, state your name, do hereby affirm before God and these assembled witnesses that I will keep this oath and stipulation. To hold in esteem and respect those who taught me this chiropractic healing art, to follow the methods of treatment which, according to my ability and judgment, I consider for the benefits of my patient. To abstain from whatever is harmful or unethical, to stand ready at all times to serve humanity without distinction of race, creed, or color. With purity, I will pass my life and practice my art. I will at all times consider the patients under my care as of supreme importance. I will not spare myself in rendering them the help which I have been taught to give by my alma mater. I will keep in confidence all things revealed to me as a physician. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and the practice of the chiropractic healing art, respected by all people at all times. Congratulations. Oh.
Will all the candidates please rise while Dr. Bushway confers the certificates and the degrees.
Everyone. It's not official yet. Now's the moment you're waiting for, right? You ready? Breathe in. On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Northwestern Health Sciences University and by the state of Minnesota, I hereby confer upon each of you the degrees and credentials which you have earned, with all the pertaining rights, responsibilities, and privileges. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. Very well done. You may be seated, and I'd like to ask Dr. Wright to come up to the podium to close our ceremony.
Will the audience please rise and remain in place for the processional? Once our graduates have exited the auditorium, we invite you to join us for dessert in the reception commons. Thank you so much for being with us today, and congratulations once again to our newest alumni and colleagues.
majestic.